Okay, our next type of click is a designed grid click. We're starting to deal with time signature changes and tempo changes. Um, this is so we can match our grid to a piece of music in our hands or a piece of music in our heads that we want to create. So let's get started. I'm here in Logic Pro. This is my DAW of choice for my Mac. It's great, and currently there is a 90-day trial offer from Apple. You can go to their website and try it for 90 days for free. That's a great opportunity to learn this DAW. It's amazing. So I'm here, I create a new track. It is a software instrument. And I go over here to this drop down and I choose Klopgeist. And that's our metronome sound. We can change its tone with this drop down menu. I like that one. Fantastic. And let's just create a few clicks. Now you notice that I did a different tone for my down beats than my other beats. We quantize this because humans are not perfect. Their timing is never perfect. So we take this, we draw a box around it, and we choose the type of quantization. This is rounding up or rounding down to the nearest whatever, and that whatever is a quarter note. And they all fall in line. Fantastic. We can stretch this out by going shift backslash. That stretches it out. Now, let's make sure we only have one measure in our region. Wonderful. And up here, learn how to zoom. It's really, really handy. You use different keyboard combinations and then a mouse wheel to do all this stuff. Fantastic. So we pull this back to measure 0, and then we can stretch this out. And when we stretch it out from this loop point up here, we're able to make a loop. Hi, my cat is here. Okay. Hi, Jerry. Okay, fantastic. So currently we're in 138 to the quarter note in 4/4 time. Let's make some time signature changes. Measure 2. Let's say I'm going to change to 3/4. Now you notice what I did. I moved my playhead up here to a different measure. You can just click anywhere up here in this margin. And let's change our next measure to 5/4 and the next measure to 4/4. Fantastic. We have a whole bunch of time signature changes. In this list, that is reflected. Over here we have the measure number that the time signature change happens. We can change any of those once they've been made. So you can click and drag on this 4, and that moves it to measure 15. Let's bring it back. We just type in a 4 and it brings it back to 4. Fantastic. We access this set of lists with this button up here, and we can also change our tempo. So let's say in measure 2, again, I'm moving the playhead. We add a tempo change, and that tempo change is going to be 150. And the 5/4, maybe halfway through a 5/4, is going to be 168. Let's hear what that sounds like. We're going to start with a measure of click, and then we're in on measure 1. Now, you see a problem. You probably heard a problem. We have a pattern of clicks in 4. There's a downbeat on 1, and then there are 3 other clicks in the measure. We have to change that because we're not always in 4. We have to design our click. So let's create ourselves one measure. And now from here, we can copy and paste. We copy, we make sure that we're right on the downbeat. We go copy and paste for whatever values we want. We choose draw box around 4 beats, and we click it and paste on the 4/4. Hold on, that didn't quite work. Now I'm a little bit off. Again, we can click and drag I like to drag, and then I also like to quantize just to make sure it is perfect. Once we're at the 4-4, it keeps repeated. So let's go back here. We put our playhead on the 4-4 and we go Command T. That splits this out into a separate region. And now we can loop with that because we have a whole bunch of 4-4s. Now, if we want to join all these together, we click over here, that selects everything in this track, and we go Command J. That joins everything. And now we have an unbroken region. Fantastic. Let's create a little greeting for our players so that they're put at ease, and so we can issue a little instruction. We add an audio track, and let's just record. Hold on, turn off the input monitoring. Okay, I'm just going to mute this. Okay, here we go. Hi there, everybody. I hope you're ready to record. Okay, you're going to hear one bar of 4-4 in measure 0, and then you're in on measure 1. Are you ready? Here we go. Fantastic. So they will hear that greeting. Are you ready? Here we go. And then they'll hear that measure of 4-4 in measure 0, and then they're in on measure 1. So they can start recording according to the tempo changes and the time signature changes. Let's bounce this out. We draw a loop region up here. Where you click in a DAW is very important because it changes the command contextually. So you click up here and drag, it creates this loop point. And that's our region that we're going to bounce. So we go down here, we select bounce. We go, yes, I want a wave file. And we say designed grid click. Wonderful. So that's going to include, hold on, let me show you that. That's going to include our little greeting. And that is your designed click. Wonderful.